हरिहर हिरण्यगर्भ वीर वेंकट सत्यनारायण श्री शिवशंकर पूर्ण ब्रह्मम्.
First, let's look into the difference between a Siddha and a Yogi. Before understanding this concept, I have to explain to you this basic idea of energy transfer. For example, we have a fridge, AC, TV, and other electronic gadgets in our home. And every function of the gadget is different in its very nature. But what is common in everything is the electricity within. Without the electricity, the gadget's importance or its core function is lost. It is just a dummy piece. So what is very important or the crux in everything is the electricity or the energy that flows through that particular container, which gives its importance, or in Sanskrit we call it as Mahatvam. Similarly, for every life form, let it be a mosquito, lizard, cockroach, animal, or bird, or a human being, the form might be different, like the fridge, AC, TV, gadget running with electricity within. But what is common in all life forms is life. Human container is, according to the Shastras, the scriptures, considered to be the most highest sophisticated gadget this universe can ever give us, containing the life form. And this human body has great capacities and potential when compared to any other creature in this planet in terms of consciousness, evolution, expansion, and also receptivity to Mother Nature. First is the Annamaya Kosha, the food body. Going deeper comes Pranamaya Kosha, which is the yogic body, the breath body. Then comes Manomaya Kosha, the mind body. Then comes Vijnanamaya Kosha, the intellect body. And then comes Anandamaya Kosha, which has an access to the deepest layer of the mind called as the Chitta, which is responsible for ecstatic moments and ecstasy. And then comes Atma, the soul. These are human beings who have reached high levels of human consciousness and who attain enlightenment. They've gone to a stage where there is a direct transfer of energy that has happened into their body. This is called a Siddha. A Siddha is a person who has reached the highest level of receptivity within him in his human consciousness. And there is no such thing as individual consciousness within him. He has reached very high levels of penance, so there is a direct transfer of energy. Nobody can take anything back from this earth, including your penance. So, another Siddha who has lived in this earth, when a time frame comes when he has to drop the body, he has to drop his penance as well. So what he does is he stores his penance in a tree or in some other form which safeguards his penance. And another person who comes in time, who is at the same receptivity level, a transfer of energy happens into his body and it functions for the betterment of the world. This is how Siddhas keep on coming with time, with different bodies, but the same energy happens. And the penance multiplies as you have a mobile phone and you charge the phone's charge gets drained as you use it. Again, you charge the phone for charging it again. Similarly, a Siddha with penance, obviously, as they help the people, heal the people, as they do a lot of good work, their energy gets drained. So they have to keep on charging with more of their tapas and penance. And hence, once their time comes to drop the body, they have to drop the penance as well. So they store it in a stone or in a temple or in a linga or in a tree, and they drop the body. And another person who comes in successive generations who has reached that receptivity level will be chosen by Mother Nature to take that energy with it. This is a direct transfer of energy that happens. This is what a Siddha concept is all about. A yogi, on the other hand, is a person who has, with lots of strenuous, intense efforts, has reached a very high level. It is his own efforts. A Siddha is a person with his past birth karmas, good karmas, Purva Janma karmas. He has attained that level where he gets it effortlessly.
A yogi is a person who has attained a certain mastery over his breath and energies. With strenuous practice and strenuous efforts, he has reached a certain level and a mastery over his breath. And a yogi who has reached the highest levels, they attain yogic breath, which is a form of 8. This is why when great yogis meditate in the forest, when they meditate, they pull serpents and snakes around their neck and they twirl and crawl around their neck because their breathing pattern matches with those of the snakes. And this is why even Lord Shiva has a serpent around his neck, because he's considered to be one of the greatest yogis, the Adi Yogi.
A Siddha and a Yogi are two different concepts or two different aspects in spirituality, but both are very high levels. A Siddha Yogi is a person who has a yogic breath, which is a form of 8, like a snake, and as well has a direct energy transfer within him of a Siddha Purusha in his body. So, a Siddha, a Yogi, a Siddha Yogi. These are the 3 levels that a human being is capable of attaining.